Hello, everybody. Average Gamer here, and welcome to another, actually a new uh, restart of Kerbal Space Program. The reason why I'm restarting is because I basically had to upgrade and update all my mods and all that stuff. So I basically added a whole bunch more. We're running at about 58 mods now. I'm not going to go into every single mod, just to know that there's a lot. There is a lot of mods we have here to play with. So with that in mind, you know what? We're just going to get down and dirty. We're just going to get right into it. So first thing we're going to do, we are doing, I believe, unmanned before manned. So we shouldn't be able to actually build, other than, we can have like, an airplane here, but we're not really going to worry too much about that. We're going to go with the Sinoprobe first. Basically, we're just going to build something that's almost like a bullet. We're going to make it just a little bigger, though. Make you a little smaller. There we go. Actually, this fuel tank's even bigger, isn't it? It is. We're actually going to use that one instead. We're going to make this one smaller. Boom, boom. Alt. Boom. We got two of them. So we're not making anything too insane or crazy at the beginning. I think this does have the ability to do some science. So we're not going to have to worry too much about science right at the beginning. Don't worry about any of that for the moment. We're going to throw some wings on this puppy, though. That should be good. Actually, let's put these up here. And then these are going to come down here. As an engine, we're going to use the sandstone engine. So we're basically making what is ultimately almost the equivalent of a surface-to-air missile, basically. So we got some basic information down here. So our thrust-to-weight ratio is 1.93. Our delta V is 2,003 meters a second. Our burn time should be 2 minutes and 42 seconds. I have no idea what ISP stands for. Our thrust is basically 4 kilonewtons. And our mass is 476 kilograms. So either we have 25 seconds. Well, that's 2 minutes. Okay. That should be good for now. As for science stuff, I'm kind of reluctant to put anything on this thing. I do have some automated science stuff, so we're going to test that mod as well. You can kind of see through things, so we'll see if it automatically does these 4 pieces of science for us. We're going to call this the SR1, the Sounding Rocket 1. For couplings, do I want to put a coupling down here at the bottom? Nah, we should be fine. Am I going to need an antenna, though? You know, I'm going to assume the answer to that question is yes. We're going to just put it right there for now. Wow, that antenna is huge. Alright, here we go. So this is the SR1 test launch, or the Sounding Rocket 1. If we start leaning to one side or the to the side of the SAS is on. If we start leaning toward, I'm going to assume if I spin around to this side, I'm pretty much going to know what's going on here. That's the toolbar thing. That's science stuff. Science checklist. Oh, what is that? This is telling me what science is good to go. Ah, look at that. Automatic. Done. Okay, perfect. We're going to fire that up. So does it do all the sciences, though? Interesting. It doesn't do all of them. For some reason, it's not doing all of them. Our electric charge is still 300 something, so I'm just gonna reset that. Okay, here we go in 3, 2, 1. Well, that wasn't expected. Well, let's go back to the Space Center. We got some science out of that, so that's no big deal. If I did a revert, we would have lost the science we did, so that's no big deal. We got 6.7 science out of that. We'll cover that. We're going to redesign that rocket. We're actually going to drop the bottom part of it, at least. So it might be the engine is not powerful enough for the actual weight. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, get rid of that then. Now let's see how this thing goes. So it's telling me I got science to do, but I'm not going to get anything from it, so I'm just going to reset the experiment for now. SAS is on. Speed is max, and we're launching in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we're gonna. Ooh, we're getting a little laggy. Okay. Yeah, this is very laggy. Don't know what it is. Maybe something's trying to calculate something, maybe. I think it might be this engine. So if 0 drop frames, it's like this engine is actually not the most efficient. Well, let's see there. We're almost at half our fuel. But I can hear it. It's just not making any noise. Or any smoke or anything. It's clean energy is what it is. Well. Okay, the moment I hit a button, it starts the game kind of locked up a little bit. So don't know if this is one of our mods or what. What's our speed here? We're at 100. I'm going to slow our speed to 2/3. Or our throttle to 2/3. And I'm just going to keep going. So we got good height. I just think this is a really crappy engine. And we burn out of fuel, and now we turn into a lawn dart. Or do we? As I say, we should just turn into a lawn dart. Here we go. Interesting. That mountain is like perfectly a diamond over there. Now the question is, can I control this thing enough to get it to go away from the Space Center? Come on. Yep, we got it away. This is going to be really loud. And there we go. Kaboom! Oh, all the extra parts. Something survived. Oh, the engine survived. That's a new one. Okay. So we're going to go back to the Space Center. go. Alright, so let's clear up some of that debris. Let's try to buy something better here. First off, I want a better engine. So I'm just going to research that for the moment. We're going to get some engines and all that stuff, or wheels and stuff like that. Some better engineering. That's 3 science. We're good there. We're going to unlock the structural parts, and then we're also going to unlock the modular wings as well. Because that way we can get some science going with aircraft if we need to. Aircraft, always a good thing. Okay, so first things first. That's stock. Interesting. So we're going to go new. Don't save. So that's FASA. That's Blue Dog. Okay, so if I put this down first, the question becomes... We got a lot of science stuff we can actually throw up here. We're going to try and actually go for orbit. With that in mind, we're going to go with a probit for communications. I think you... Well, you don't do what I think you do. No, you do. Yeah, you do. But I don't like you. We're going to do dual high gain antennas. Ooh, that's not a good thing, actually. These guys actually should be good. Now we're going to put them on the sides for now. Good. For launch, actually the internal should be fine. For science stuff... That's an antenna. Press mat and a 2-hot thermometer. Do we have the empty... We do have an empty one, okay. So it's actually going to go below. And the empty one is going to go on the left and the right. Do I have any... Oh, no, that's really a piece of crap. It's a fair ring itself. That's not gonna be, that's too big. Yeah, that'll be fine, except that didn't click on. Nope. Connect. Thank you. I was hoping for something that kind of is structurally... like that. There we go. Okay. For science, we have you, and then the magnetometer there, which means you get opened. Open. Thank you. And you open. Thank you. We're going to put some science in you, like the Geiger counter. Geiger counter. Seismic, right? Because seismic isn't in one of these. Yep. Seismic. Camera is useless. You're in something. Counter. And Actually, I think that's it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put some batteries in here that are way too big. Yeah, you're going to go there. And you're going to go there. I'm going to close this, and on the other side we're going to put some more batteries as well. Just to make sure we got some internal batteries. We don't have any solar power or solar cells yet, so close. There we go. So we had, say, what, 3, 4, 5 batteries, which should be good. I don't think we have a heat shield, or I would just kind of put one here just for giggles. Oh, that's a Decoupler. Nice. Oh, actually, yeah, let's do the decoupler there. Then if we can get a nice big fuel tank, like a procedurally generated fuel tank, for example. And let's max out the length a little bit, shall we? Yeah, I think that's good. Once we put the engine on, we'll get to see our little math stuff, see how our delta V is and all that stuff. Engine. Thrust is 9.8 kilonewtons. There we go. We're looking for ASL, which is actually, if I cut the length of U down to say that, look for something with the highest vacuum. Vacuum is 190, 33, 5. 19. 450 in a vacuum. That's a little too much. Just looking for something to put me fully into orbit. And we're gonna add the Vixen. Whoops. There we go. Now we're gonna do a decoupler. There we go. Now here's the best part. I'm actually just gonna go. Actually, I can just go like that. Go back to fuel tanks and say procedural fuel tank. Where are you? Actually, you know what? That should be fine. Yeah, we're gonna get to orbit in the second episode. Look at that. That's already better than we've done before. Engine. Of course, we're gonna go to a good engine, which is U. If I can click you on. There we go. Do we start with couplings yet? Just, no. You know what? I'm nervous about that engine. If I'm not mistaken, that engine has a tendency of blowing up. Experimentation with the Viking engine resulted in this bizarre contraption, the Dyne. Essentially, the three thrust chambers strapped together with significant improvement in efficiency. Takes right. Immense thrusting engine, particularly unstable. Yeah, that's why. So that's 16. So far, that's the engine we want. It's got 205 and 240. Alright, so we're going with the good old Reliant. Right? Yeah, go figure. This should, theoretically, put us in orbit. So this thing shouldn't really last. We're going to get it to orbit, but it has no way of actually generating fuel. I mean, we can do salt. Wait. Ooh, this thing actually generates its own. We actually could use this. Interesting. Alright, let's try this. So theoretically, we actually could. So we're going to detach down here, right? So now whether this thing actually works or not is going to be a different question. I'm actually just going to move these ones. I like how it gives us also the burn times and everything for each. I'm gonna hold shift and just. I thought shift used to actually move these things a lot better. Okay, we're just gonna delete those. And then we're gonna say Alt Tab and add them there as well. Alt Tab. Yeah, they're gonna be covered there because of the angle, I guess. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna angle these just a little bit better. Okay. Nope. They're all gone. Alright. So hopefully we'll have a crappy, uh, very crappily powered solar thingamajiggy. It's gonna be our first